Julio, Cesar Chavez has beaten Uriah Hall. Honestly, Chavez Jr. is one of the most saddest and biggest boxing downfalls in history of the sport. 100%. Honestly, this man's a former 46-0 WBC middleweight champion of the world. He's now just come off a win against Uriah Hall, which, let's be real, Uriah Hall should have won that fight. Uriah Hall 100% won those last 4 rounds. But yeah, Chavez just graces himself once again. Honestly, he's a former 46-0 world champion and is now fighting Uriah Hall. Not an up and comer. Sorry, what's the word? Well, a new boxer, let's say, in Uriah Hall, former MMA fighter, and now Chavez wants to go on and fight Jake Paul. The downfall is absolutely dramatic. Shouldn't have even won that against Uriah Hall. But honestly, he looked awful in that fight, Chavez Jr. Absolutely awful, ridiculously slow, so hittable. He's getting worse and worse every single fight. It's not pleasant to see from Chavez Jr. whatsoever. It really isn't. That was absolutely shocking from him, if we're being real. Absolutely shocking performance. And Uriah Hall was really hard done by there. 100% he was. Uriah Hall should have won that fight. He won the last 4 rounds very convincingly, in my opinion. Chavez did nothing the whole fight. Chavez Jr. did absolutely nothing the whole fight there. First 2 rounds, he's stuck behind the jab to the body, then going up top a bit. And Uriah Hall simply just was not throwing whatsoever those first 2 rounds. The whole fight overall was an absolute stinker, to be fair. Stunk out the whole show overall, to be fair. Ridiculously slow-paced. And it's like 2 old men in there, to be fair. It's like 2 86-year-olds in there, if we're being honest. But yeah, overall, Chavez Jr. staying on the jab those first 2 rounds. Uriah Hall just not throwing, so Chavez Jr. picked up those first 2. Uriah Hall then started to throw more and was just easily able to hit Chavez Jr. and was just able to get success eventually when he was throwing more. He was mixing in the odd few decent combinations, but again, Uriah Hall was slow, didn't really have any power to really trouble Chavez Jr., and that was it, really. Hall was just putting his shots together. All Chavez Jr. was doing was just jab the whole time, really slow pace, plodding his way around the ring. Uriah Hall was pretty sloppy when he was putting his shots together, but ended up outlanding and outworking Chavez Jr. It was just shocking from both, to be fair. Shocking stuff from both. And Chavez Jr. wants to fight Jake Paul next. Chavez Jr. has suddenly gone from becoming a former 46-0 world champion to now not even really being, to being at like below Jake Paul's level, really. Jake Paul would destroy him. And, Jake Paul's a ridiculously low-level boxer. Lost to Tommy Fury. Chavez, I know he's had his issues and stuff, but this kind of dramatic downfall is unheard of, the one that Chavez Jr. has had. It's honestly unbelievable how far he's gone down. Former world champion to kind of just being a bit washed up. Yes, that makes sense. But to going to the level that Chavez Jr. has gone to, going life and death with MMA fighters, lost to Anderson Silva, should have lost to Uriah Hall, probably going to get knocked out by Jake Paul if they fight. Shouldn't happen. Let's be real as well, though. Chavez Jr. does not count as a boxer who I think people will want to see go in there and fight Jake Paul. Chavez Jr. is not in that conversation and should not count because he would lose and completely embarrass himself, embarrass his family in that fight as well. Honestly, it's just embarrassing to see from Chavez Jr. Just everything that's going on. And that fight was shocking, to be fair. Uriah Hall was outlanding and putting slow combos together, which Chavez Jr. could not get out of the way of. And he was there to be hit and was happily taking those shots. Literally did not care. Footwork from Chavez Jr. is literally non-existent. That is not what we know from Chavez Jr. He's usually known to have good footwork. That is what we saw from him in his prime. But now footwork's non-existent. He can't move. He can't get out of the way of shots. He has zero head movement. Doesn't move his body well whatsoever at all. It's like, honestly, it's so weird to describe how Chavez Jr. has suddenly, gone on this dramatic downfall, and how he's fighting at the moment to how he used to, like, about 10 years ago. Honestly, I mean, the guy's 38. It's not like he's 50. He's 38 years of age. It's not like he's a ridiculously old man. Like, 38 is old for an athlete. But overall, it's not like he's ridiculously old. He's not even in his 40s, and the dramatic downfall's already come to what it has. Honestly, it's shocking to see. He should have lost today. I mean, and he could end up fighting Jake Paul. If he fights Darren Till will probably beat Chavez Jr. That was originally meant to be the fight. But it's just embarrassing for Chavez Jr. again. Embarrasses himself in victory. And Uriah Hall was really hard done by there. Judges messing up once again. It's not a real boxing fight though, so who cares? But at the end of the day, judges mess up again. That we get the wrong winner. Chavez Jr. embarrasses himself in victory. There you have it. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace out.